So what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, like I said in my last video, I'm doing a top 5 pea shooters. Now, I have mastered all my pea shooters, so I know what they're like with their abilities. So if I didn't master them, then it would probably be a different list. But yeah, so let's just basically jump straight into this video. Also, just before we start, I wanted to say that once I have mastered my scientists, top 5 scientists will be coming. But anyway, let's jump straight into the video. Coming in at number 5, I've chosen the normal pea shooter. Now, the normal pea shooter, he's nothing special really. He's just a normal pea shooter. He doesn't have any effects. He's not fiery, he's not toxic, he's not icy. But I think he deserves a spot in this list because of his damage. Yeah, he doesn't have the best fire rate. Like, it takes quite a while to shoot a pea, then shoot another one. But what I'm trying to say is 37 damage can be dealt from one pea, which is insane. That can knock out a scientist in 3 hits. Just 3 hits, and an imp in 3 hits again, sadly. It'll be on 1 health. But apart from that, he's insane. Like, he's just an all-round great character. I would have him up higher on the list, but because he's just, the normal pea shooter, he doesn't have any special abilities, he's going to be the lowest on this list. However, that doesn't mean he's bad. Just because a character is a normal, it doesn't really make them bad. It just means they're not as special as the others. But I think this character definitely deserves a spot on this list, as it by far is one of the greatest pea shooters. Anyway, this is why he takes the number 5 spot in this list. Coming in at number 4, I have chosen the fire pea. Now, the fire pea is a bit like the normal pea shooter, except he has fire damage and he does less damage. But I think he is better because his fire damage, he does 25 damage a hit, but with the damage upgrade he does 29, I believe. And when he's doing 5 damage from the fire damage, that's dealing 30 damage a hit, and then eventually 35, which I think is quite a good factor of his. He probably would be lower than the normal pea shooter if it wasn't for his fire rate. It's a tiny bit better than the normal pea shooter, which I think is kind of a big factor because you can deal more damage if you shoot quicker. Yeah, I think that's his only problem is his damage. It could be higher, and then he would probably be a lot higher on this list, but just because it's where it is, he's just going to stay at the number 4 spot. Also, his fire rate, it's fine to be honest, but if it was better as well, he would be higher up on this list. But the fire pea takes the number 4 spot on this list. Taking the number 3 spot, I've chosen toxic pea. Now, toxic pea is just the slightest bit better than fire pea, but here's the reason why. I think although his damage is slightly lower than the fire pea, I think that the fact that if you're just standing next to the toxic pea, it does damage. It's insane. You can walk next to someone, and if you're having to reload, you can still kill them, just by standing there, which I find really good. I think he's also a bit bad in a sense, he could do more damage. He only hits around up to 20 damage every time he shoots direct, which isn't very good, but he still is probably one of the best pea shooters. I think I would have had him lower on this list if it wasn't for how when you're walking up to someone you do damage, but he could be higher on the list if his damage was improved. His fire rate is absolutely fine. I really like the toxic pea's fire rate, but yeah, like I said before, if his damage was improved just the slightest bit, I think he would probably be either my favorite or second favorite pea shooter. But because of what toxic pea is, he takes the number 3 spot. Coming in at number 2, my second favorite pea shooter in Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2 is the Rock P. Now, the reason I like this pea shooter so much is because of his health upgrade. 150 health. That's the amount of health a Colonel Corn has. I think this is a huge factor for this pea shooter. Like, I used to think this was probably the best pea shooter in the game until I mastered the number 1 spot, but I'm not going to say who it is yet. The reason I like this one so much is because 22 damage every hit, and also 150 health. 160 if you have the health upgrade. Yeah, 10 damage isn't much, but it could do quite a lot for you. But as I was saying, the damage is really good. I think he should probably be nerfed. He's that good because of if he's got 150 health and he's doing 22 damage a hit. That's pretty mad if you ask me. But I think the only problem with him is his fire rate. But other than that, he's really good, and that's why he takes number 2 on this list. Coming in at number 1, finally, my favorite pea shooter in all of Garden Warfare 2, the Agent P. Now, the Agent P was definitely my favorite pea shooter in Garden Warfare 1, maybe even my favorite character. I mean, you did have the Super Commander though, he's quite hard to beat back then, but the Agent P is just insane, right? 16 damage every hit with an extremely fast fire rate. Yeah, you've only got 12 bullets, but your fast fire rate makes up for that. If you have a good trigger finger, you can destroy with this P. I think the only problem with this character is his health. Like 110 is not that good. But then again, he's still a really good character. Like, even though you've lost 15 health, you're still gonna probably melt everyone. He's lived up to his legacy as being like one of the best characters in the game still, even though he's been nerfed massively since Garden Warfare 1. I still really enjoy playing him, and I loved mastering him. Yeah, like I said, his only problem really is his health, but everything else is fine, and that is why he takes the number 1 spot on this list. So yeah, we're finally finished with my top 5 pea shooters. Now, tell me below in the comments what you think is like the best pea shooter, what your list would be, if you agree or disagree with mine. Please do not comment hate about my list. It's my opinion, it's who I personally like the most. But yeah, my next top 5 will be on the scientists, because they're the closest class I have to the mastering. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, leave a like. If you're new, make sure to subscribe, and peace out, guys.